We are looking at let us see solutions. This is chapter number 11, input output in C. String input output, formatted disk input output, text and binary mode. So we have to find the error in this. So what is the error? Can you find out the error? Here or here? First of all, we have to include the stdio.h. Then this f put s, it needs two arguments, not one argument. And here we need to use null for the end of file. Next is this program. Is there something fishy about this? First of all, stdio.h, and there's this fgetS, it needs three arguments. It needs three arguments, that is str, then the buffer size, then fp. And for EOF, for fgetS, we use null here, null, capital. In this, can you find any error here? %s name and %d and %age. First of all, stdio has to be included, and here end of file, because we are using fscanf. We cannot use null here. We have to use the end of file with the fscanf to check the end of file. Is it necessary that a file created in a text mode must always be opened in text mode for subsequent operation? This is very true. A file opened in binary mode and read using fgetC would report the same number of characters in the file as reported by some operating system directory command. It is true. While using this statement, this one fopen, we have a file name, we have tried to open it in read mode. So what happens if this does not exist, this file does not exist on the disk, and when this file exists on the disk? So if this myfile.c does not exist on the disk, it will return null. If myfile.c exists on the disk, then the file is loaded into the memory and the file pointer is set to the first character in the file. What is the purpose of a library function fflush? In the keyboard there is a buffer, so we have to flush it for some multiple input keyboard it has taken. While using the statement, this one myfile.cwb, what happens if this myfile.c does not exist or myfile.c exists? See, if the file does not exist on the disk, then the file or new file will be created, and if the file exists on the disk, then the file is destroyed and a new file will be created in this case. A floating point array contains percentage marks obtained by student in the examination. To store these marks in a file marks.c, in which mode would you open the file and why? We will open the file in binary mode. Why? Because in binary mode, a float occupies only 4 bytes when stored in a file. But if we store it as a text or text mode file, here the number of bytes which are occupied by a float depends on the length of the float. Write a program which print out only those lines from a file which are containing more than 80 characters. So we'll check for the length of the character or the number of characters which are greater than 80. Also print out the line numbers of these lines. So print out lines containing more than 80 characters. stdio, conio we added. We have a source here, fs, and we have a string or a character buffer. We start with line number equal to 1. We can start with 0 also because we are going to increment it anyways. Enter source file. We took the file name in the getS. Then we checked after opening in the read mode. If it doesn't open, we exit. Then here comes the logic. We getS with this buffer size from fs to str. If the string length of this str is greater than 80, then we increment the line number. We print also. This is how it is done. Write a program that will concatenate two files, that is append the content of one file at the end of another and write the result in the third file. That is, we have two files. We have to take this one here, second one here. So we have to append them, or you can say concatenate source1.txt with source2.txt and transfer it to target.txt. So this is a program to concatenate two files. This is stdio conio.h. This is a command line program. So we have this source 1, this is source 2, and this is our target text file. Here what we do, we will check for how many arguments are there, 1, 2, 3 and 4. If it is not there, we'll say please enter in the correct format. Then we take the first argument, we check for opening in the read mode. If it is not, we come out. Again we go for this second text file, we try to open it read mode. If it doesn't open, then we come out. Now the third one, we open it in write mode. If it is not opening, we come out. If everything remains fine, then we take from the first one character, put it into the FT using put C. Then we close it. For the second one, from the second FS2, what we do? We similarly take one by one character till the end of file and put it in FT. So what we have done, we have taken one by one character from the first file to the target one. From second also, all this is done. From second also, we transfer it here. So finally, we get a file and we close it. And this is the combination of two files. A file contains a C program, but by mistake, a novice has typed it out in capitals. So it's a long program. You cannot afford to have retyped it. You have to write a utility which reads this program, convert the appropriate small case program and write it to the target file. So we have to convert the small case to uppercase to small case. We need to use the fgetS and fputS. So what will we do here? We'll write a program. This is to convert capital lettered file into small case letter file. This is stdio io.h, conio.h. This is fsft. So we have a source and a target and a string. We enter the source file name in the getS source. Then we try to open it. If it doesn't open, then we just come out. Then we enter the target file name and we try to open it. If it doesn't open, we come out. Then this is the logic. What we will do, we'll take the one by one chunk. We'll use a function strlwr. This str, we feed inside, and the converted version we will transfer it to the FT. We close fs and FT. This is how it is done. Record IO, low level disk IO. So we have to point the error, file FP, character name, this is 20 we have taken. This is say student.c and we opened it in the right binary. So this is from 0 to 10 we have taken, enter the name, got the name and just f written the name with the size of name 1 FP. So what is the error? The error is first of all stdio.h has to be there and this size of it has to be one word. This has to be one word, not like this, right? And one more thing is there. We can't use this close because we have open with fopen. So this has to be fclose. This is a file. And what is the error here? See, everything is okay. This is an array and this has to be one word. So the problem here is, first of all, stdio.h has to be there and the fclose should be used to close the file. fcntl, here open and close are being used. So only the error is, because we are opening it, R cannot be used. We have to use this O read only. This should be used in place of R. Again, we have fp, fopen, and then we are closing using close. So fopen and close. This first of all, for using this, this kind of situation, we have to have a stat.add should be included instead of fopen. This has to be seen. And this read and binary will not work. We have to use O underscore, that is O underscore read only and O underscore binary. So this is all about the input output in file. Thank you so much and take care of yourself.